Hi, welcome to day 23. Yesterday you did some good work, I hope. You had already narrowed down your top 5 most important things in your life. You may have found some surprises there, maybe not. And you may have had to make some very hard choices. And I asked you yesterday to look at whether the thing that you want clarity about made it into the top 5. If it didn't, there's a lot of information in that. The reason you may not have clarity, the reason it may be difficult to get to that, may be because there are these other things that are just more important to you. You may want that to be important. You may think it's important for it to be important. You may long for it to be important. But look around and notice what it is you have. What gifts you have, what you're blessed by, what of those top 5 you really experience every day, and see where what you want fits into that. Now, if what you wanted clarity about did fit in your top 5, then you created what the Atwoods called markers. That is, you answered that question, what would it look like if this were true? And I gave you some examples to follow with that. Now, what do you do with this? Well, before I explain that to you, because it's going to require some imagination and picturing that, picturing those things being true, there's something we need to talk about, and it's our real core topic today. And that is that we can be talking about a topic, whether it be career or relationships or money or family or leisure time or whatever it is. We can be talking about that and feel like what we're talking about is having what we want. When in fact what we're talking about is the lack of it. I'm a self-employed person. Money does not come to me in any guaranteed way with a weekly or bi-weekly paycheck. Money comes when it comes, and it comes from different sources, and sometimes comes unpredictably, and sometimes comes in waves and then is quiet for a very long time. So in that context, I'm challenged on the topic, for example, of money, to think about it coming in a way that's steady and flowing and constant in the way that I want it. When I think about money, often what I find myself thinking about is that I have money until this date, money to get me through till this date. And then my next thought is, but what will happen then? Where will the next chunk? And it doesn't matter whether that date is 2 days away or 2 weeks away or 2 months away or 6 months away. I'll find that marker and then my brain will begin to focus on, how will I get the money? I won't have the money. What if I get there and I don't have the money? What if the money doesn't flow? And I can think I'm thinking about the money. But what I'm really thinking about is the lack of money. Same with you. You may be thinking about career. You may be thinking about wanting a new job or wanting clarity about what to do next. And when you think about it, you feel like you're thinking about your desire for a new job, for a new career, for clarity, for whatever it is. And if you look closely, you might find that what you're thinking about is, oh, I wish I had clarity. I don't have any clarity about this. I wish I had a new job. I don't see anything on the horizon. I don't see any way I can leave this job. I want to be an entrepreneur, or I want to go out on my own, or I want to find another kind of job, but I've got to support my family, and I can't do that. And I can't, I lack. And to our brain, thinking just about in that categorical way, thinks the topic is my career, thinks the topic is my relationship, thinks the topic is my money. And all the time your brain's working on the lack of it. This is one of the number one things we need to overcome if we're going to have clarity about anything. First piece is to raise that vibration so we're in the same neighborhood as clarity. The second piece is to kind of gather the information, and we've been doing that. The third piece is to focus our brains on the having of it versus the lack of it. So you say, but I don't have it. The truth is, I lack it. How can I think about the having of it? And the answer is you've got to find a way. That's what the Rampage of Appreciation is about. That's especially what the Waterfall Self-Talk is about. That's what the When My Life is Ideal, that and the exercise yesterday of naming what would it look like is all about, is to sort of, that's what the focus wheel is all about. All these strategies we've been using are to bring us to this point of being able to imagine in our minds the having of it. So today, I just want you to settle in with those 5 markers, those 3 to 5 things under each topic of your top 5, or maybe you just did it for the issue of clarity. What it would look like if I had this thing. And I want, as you read it, to, and you may have to work with the language a little bit, you may have to massage a little bit, to get it to that point that when you read it, you can feel the essence of it. You go, oh yes, that would be sweet. It will be so nice when I wake up in the morning and want to jump out of bed. It will feel so nice when I know just what it is I want to do. It will feel so nice when I'm in a job that I really, truly enjoy and uses my greatest strengths. It will be so nice when and to do that, and then to move that next step of just playing it on the movie screen of your mind in a way that you go, oh yes. Now very quickly, I want to tell you the story. It was a book I read many years ago called Time and Again, about a man who did time travel. Fascinating. He got involved in a government project. And the way they did it, he was going to travel back 100 years. This was written in around 1990, I think. And he was going back to 1890. And so they set him up in an apartment that looked out over Central Park just the way it looked then. He couldn't see the cars. He couldn't hear the cars and the modern things. And they delivered a paper from 1890 every day. And they served tea that he would have drunk in 1890 and so on. And then eventually they moved into an apartment in a protected environment where everything was exactly like it was in 1890. And then one day, he knew he was playing this game of pretending 1890. But one day something happened and he stepped out of the apartment and he realized he was in 1890. He had merged into this past time. This, oddly enough, this work that we're doing is a lot like that. As you can picture this on the movie screen of your mind in vivid detail, feeling the having of it, feeling the having of the clarity, the having of the job, the having of the relationship, whatever it is, and feel the essence of it, feel the joy of it, feel the excitement of it, feel the calm of it, the peace of it, whatever it is, that the more times you can do that, enter into that place, that eventually you sort of merge into that place and all the information comes to you. I know it sounds odd, but I've watched person after person after person, myself included, experience this. And this is the way it works. This is the purpose of all the strategies we've been doing. Now, we're going to do more tomorrow. I'll teach you more about this and we'll add some fine-tuning of these strategies. But today, I just want you to hold those in front of you and read them and see if you can move into the essence of it. Okay? And then as you do, just invite the information you need to move in that direction. Got the idea? That's your assignment today. Give it a try, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.